Hello, beloved, and welcome to your message from the big God, okay, God Himself. I'm grateful to be of truth and deliverance to you within that regard, okay? Let us tap in and see what God has in store for you at this time when you're watching this. What do you need to know? So, firstly, the energy that is coming to me, the energy that is coming through, the energy that I'm picking up in the center, permeating this reading, this message. I feel like you have like a stalker, but like someone's not like actively like following you physically. It's like I feel like someone stalks you in here in their mind. Someone stalks you in their mind. Okay. I feel like you're dealing with a gentleman. Yeah, someone that hates when I do that. When I ban the cards. I feel like you're dealing with a highly sensitive, like I feel like someone's neurotically sensitive, but only, I feel they need to just say it like that. Only when it comes to certain things, people, and places, which I feel like you have integrated into this person's reality however way you did, and you've become a part of that package of the person they care about, you know, like that, to have that kind of impact on them. Someone loves your voice, loves your tone of voice. They enjoy your energy. Someone enjoys you, okay? However way y'all do what y'all do. But I feel like for some of you guys here, this could be someone that is just watching you from afar. It's like 90% majority, this is someone in your physical reality. But like for the 10%, this is someone watching you online. Okay, let's begin. Take it how it resonates, how you need it. Okay, so I feel like you're dealing with the masculine energy that adores you. They find you to be inspiring, alluring, charming. They fancy you. They fancy your knowledge and your wisdom. I feel that this is someone who can be very charming themselves. Someone is very aware of you. So they know what to say, which buttons to push. To my 10% of the online scenario narrative here that resonates, this person has studied you long enough to have these, or well, rather have this psychological analysis of you and who you might be, right? They feel like they've cracked your code or cracked you somehow, whether that's true or not. Nonetheless, let's tap back into the message itself. And the 90% majority here, this person feels like they've been around you long enough to see you for who you truly are. The vice versa, I'm getting you see right through this person, and they feel that way. In fact, you might not know, though. You might not know that they feel that way, but they do. They feel like you see right through them. I feel like you might not know because they don't This is someone who's always in a jovial mood, deceitful in their true emotion of self. Like they are jovial in expression of self, but not in true emotion. So they hold back a lot. This is someone who doesn't share, like they're very stingy. Like literally, I feel like you're dealing with someone here who's very stingy about their time, who they are like they don't mind pulling back out of any deal, anything, anytime, anywhere, anything, like they are that type of energy. So I'm equal to show you this lover's energy for a moment. Um, Someone here just adores you, man. I feel like it's deeper than that though. It's like it's not a surface level. When I said stalker, psychological stalker, I feel like this person studied you whether or not they're in your reality physically to the 90%, 10%, take it how it fits, you guys. Let's move, let's go. They don't have a clue of your true nature as yet. They don't. But they want to figure that out. This is someone that is on a conquest of figuring you out before they initiate any idea upon some form of level up in the connection you already have with them. This is to the 9% that have physical interaction or there's physical approach. But then to the 10%, this person, they're studying you first before they approach you because they don't want to lose their chance with you. They not only know, they not only feel, but they also know that they might only just have one chance to do it right. This is how they feel. They feel like this is like a one chance thing, you know? Okay, the sun's out. I woke up really early today, like 4 a.m. So God is allowing me to share this. God is saying I must share this with you. Um, I think this started at 8 weeks, if I'm not being, you know, approximately plus minus 8 weeks, where I was intuitively, meaning spiritually, followed by a masculine's energy who was a gentleman. You know, when he came to me in spirit, he was very gentle, to me. And his essence smelled really eccentric. Like I could understand him by his essence. That's how I read people in the physical, and there's more depth in it in the spiritual. But physically, I just smell you, literally. So I keep to myself a lot. I stay in the house all day. I'm a recluse. I'm that one person that lives in the middle of nowhere. But nonetheless, I'm chilling, Um, 8 weeks ago, I started being followed by this energy, and it was like I understood who he was to me. I knew him. I know who he is. God revealed him to me. I knew before, you know, I just, yeah. I haven't met this person in person. I've never, I don't think we've even spoken. Not even, I don't think we've never spoken. I feel like God wants me to give you this as a form of understanding of how spiritual interactions work. Because I feel like This is a gentleman energy that comes to you like spiritually here. There's a gentleman energy that is that attracted to, is that attached to your being. Someone truly, I feel like someone loves you. This is someone who loves you. I feel like whatever love means to them, but this is how they feel. This is someone that feels that they love you, and that I feel that you're dealing with someone whose ancestry lineage comes from like the lineage of the waters, the rivers, the river people, people of the water, people that like hydromancy, people that work with water. And this was so how I channel ancestry lineages and how I get exposed to it is because of how I seek it in terms of frequency, wavelength. I'm South African by identity, by roots, by current state of being and state of place. Don't be fooled by my accent. I'm just well learned. Um, so I feel that me personally, how this energy comes to me, it comes from another place. This is like not someone from where I live. I know that because if it was someone from where I live, I would have already, it would have been a different approach. You know, it would be different. But nonetheless, this gentleman's energy came to me. Let's proceed here. I want to see how this fits. How do you want me to dish it out, God? We have the Ten of Cups. We have Pisces here. So the Pisces energy, God wants me to dissect it. I feel like this is relative to this gentleman's analogy, this gentleman's spirit. I feel like it comes to you in a form of Piscean energy because of how they feel about you. They channel Pisces, you know, the high priestess energy. They come in a form of spirit. I truly feel that, you know, if this is in the physical, I don't mean to scare you or anything, but I truly just feel like this is someone that just watches. Like they don't say anything here. Like I feel like you have someone that's just, you have a stalker here. You're someone that just watches. Stalking is relative to psychological analysis of a human and relative to the physical violation of the human invasion. So it's like, however way, you know, whether someone is doing this psychologically, studying you from afar, big screen, to the 10% online, or 90%, this is really someone in your reality, but hoodie on or big smile. With the hoodie on, they don't show themselves, they stay away, they stay far, they stay in inquiring mode, inquiring about you to people close to you, others that think you are connected to, other people that they feel like have access to. They ask the right questions, they get the answers they need, they formulate plans, they come back to stretch. Someone is just like, I hate to say it, but like a little bit of a sicko here, a real sicko energy. I don't know, man. This is interesting, beloved, because I feel like this says a lot about you, and like it should, you know, say a lot about you, because any woman or man that has this sort of impact on any human being has power in their name, in their identity. So you are a powerful bunch of people. I'm in awe. That's where my big smile comes from. Big Gemini is in awe of you, beloved. Nonetheless, let's dissect this Piscean energy that's coming through in the form of this gentleman's spirit in your reality. Someone here is coming in a form of, if this is someone whom you left alone in the past, they're coming through in a form of an apology. If this is someone you've never encountered, they're coming through in a form of seductive energy. So it's either this is someone that seeks judgment upon you, someone that wants you to change how you see them because of what they've done in the past. Hence, they haven't made a move. They're plotting, scheming, seeing how they can best psychologically grip you again. Or if this is someone that is just a plain sicko stalker online, literally, it just, doesn't get, I mean, it just is what it is. If this is the narrative, then this is just someone that feels like they've cracked your code or feels like they're getting close to it and they want to make their move. They've been watching you for a while, feeding into your energy, making up whatever imaginary emotions, thoughts, feelings that bring them any sort of pleasure with regards to you, or fantasizing on how they're going to get you. Yeah. Deep fantasization of your eulogy here. I feel like someone broke you down. Like, because obviously they don't see you physically. They have certain things that they link to you, assumption based, because it's not really straight facts, but they feel like they are on target. Whether they not really true or not, that's relative to anyone watching. Because I feel like obviously everyone's dealing with someone different. Some of you, they might have had you figured out, like a Rubik's cube, but something's missing, or something happened that made them think that something is missing. They're not right on point. But right now, whatever shift occurred, perspective shift, someone here just feels like they've targeted you long enough to figure you out psychologically to make their approach. Whether that's true or not, this is just someone's psychosis here. Don't take it personal. This is just how they feel or think here. So to my onliners, right, the ones being watched online, this is someone with a lot of money. This is like billionaire status or millionaire, or someone that has multi-millionaire, someone that has multiple businesses, or someone that is inspirational to those in their reality, someone that has some form of admiration, influence upon people in their life. Like, I feel like you're dealing with someone who is like you in a way, to my onliners, but they're toxic though, which is what might throw you off or has already when I said it. But to also my 90%, all of you guys, let's step back into the generalization of the message. This gentleman's energy, Piscean rules, the soft, the sweet, the trauma, the sweet boy, the soft spoken person. This dreamy looking, like this masculine, this gentleman has like beautiful eyes. They have beautiful eyes, and I feel like they get told this a lot. I feel like there's some form of sexual preference that this gentleman masculine energy has, but it's attached to you. I feel like this is someone that wants to experience you in that form, but like they're taken aback, or they were taken aback by your demeanor when it comes to things like that. An example, a reference, an analogy, a case study could be that they were inquiring so much and studying you so much that they learned you and understood that you might not be intrigued by things of that sort, or you might not be intrigued at all from things of that sort. It's like there's all sorts of ways that they feel like they could approach it, but they don't know which one fits. Because if you're thrown off by that and you're not intrigued by their sexual nature, which is, I see here, they use it as a power tool to many feminine energies that are vulnerable to them. I feel like they feel like you're not of that nature, you're not of that breed. That does turn them on, but also take them back because they fail to pinpoint. Like I said, they feel like something's missing here. They not some piece of information that they need to kind of solidify what they know of you, or they feel like just give me something, like just give me something. So here we go then. So I feel like you're dealing with a Piscean spirited gentleman that might not be Piscean astrologically or even have it in their birth chart, but this is the form that they take on when they come to you in spirit. Spirituality is linked to this connection. The spiritual nature of this is intense because I feel like there's some form of deep bond, emotional bond that you empathically feel coming from this masculine's energy. I feel like someone even comes to you in your bedroom. Like, I feel like you're dealing with, there's a spirit in your home here. I feel like it's safe because it's in the form of the Piscean energy. Piscean is like the type of energy that when it's in its purest form, it can be so godlike. But when it's in its refined form, falsely pure, pure only just by how it's seen, not how it actually is, well, in that case, it can actually drown you. Like their waters. Piscean has deep waters. So I feel like you're dealing with a deep man. Clarify the high priestess, the Piscean's energy, this gentleman spirit, please. Can you give us some clarification, God? What's to tell? Okay. So first, I feel like this gentleman has a lot of sex with people, feminine energies that are maybe influential or powerful in their reality here. Um, I feel like this masculine only does this to feed into their ego. And I feel like it's to the point where it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like an example, an analogy, a reference point that I'm being called to give about this masculine is energy, okay? Let's buckle up. So let's disconnect from this and connect to this analogy, this reference point, this case study that's going to bring you some form of understanding of what type of breed of men, a man, that you're dealing with. What type of breed? Different men out here. Different men out here. Like my husband. Yes, my husband. So, you know what? Let's just tap in. So, the analogy, the reference point, the case study here is that you're dealing with a man that is a homeworker. I can't stop smiling because I feel like they're so good at it. This is someone that has mastered. So, movie. Here's the case study, the reference point, the illusion. Okay. Here's the example. Take this movie, Tyler Perry's Temptation. Watch that shit. If you truly resonate with this, please. It will probably save your life. Not in a dramatic way. I mean it. Because you're dealing with someone here very different. Someone gets what they want. And if you don't know who you're dealing with, you might just fall into it. But I'm here. But there's more context in that movie. You will figure it out in more depth. So, Tyler Perry's Temptation. Let's begin. You have this church girl and this church boy who grew up together in a farm. Sort of like what their path of life became was like an arranged marriage where they were told that you guys look so good together. You guys are amazing together. You guys, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, same with me. I have a husband, and we grew up together, not on a farm. But I'm saying this because the gentleman came to me. I'm also experiencing this, but it's online. I know someone's watching even this video. I don't want to creep them out. If you tapped into me, I can tap into you. That's what I'm going to say about that. But here we go. Let's continue the analogy. They grew up together, and then they kept being told that, like, you guys would make a great couple. As children, their parents were involved already. It's sort of like an arranged marriage, one of those. And then they moved out of the farm to the city to start a new life together when they were old enough. And then, I mean, this feminine energy had to adapt to from being like this farm girl, good girl, really naive to the business corporate world and just life outside of this farm girl style lifestyle. So the husband was also like a pharmacist, the church boy, the church goer. So the husband was a pharmacist who was the church boy that moved with the church girl who became someone in some corporate business, right? So this is about the church girl here. I want to speak about it further. So they moved out of the farm, went to the city. The boy who was a man became a pharmacist, who became a man now became a pharmacist in the city. And then the woman, feminine energy, went into the corporate world. If you know the movie, it has like Kim Kardashian in it, where she was just beginning her rise to fame. But anyway, it was like in that movie, that feminine energy had Kim Kardashian as like this friend, but only like in the movie, Kim Kardashian was telling the feminine energy that you need to up your style. Like, you look bland, you look always just shitting on her swag. Like, she ain't look that good, you know what I'm saying? Because she came from the farm, like she moved to the city, she don't know this life, right? Now, the movie's name is Temptation. That alone, just listen. So here we go. This man who we talking big ball of shit. Like, I feel like this is the type of man that walks with some form of pride, stride. this boss like figure of a man, right, in this movie comes in. This confidence of self, I feel like this masculine that you're dealing with possesses the same qualities, but their way, though, their way. But this movie concludes the breed of man you are dealing with, because you will understand how they think. So in the movie, this feminine energy gets assigned to help this big corporate giant, you know, big deal, big, like this is like a big check for the business. This was someone whom in the movie was like they had to please this man because like they needed his revenue, they needed his go ahead, they needed his business on board. So they sent this woman, this farm girl, new to the city, to into this billionaire's hands, right? Into this charming. In the beginning, guys, they were charming, and this sicko of a man who in the beginning charmed her pants off, like literally. That's it's like, let's not get carried away. Let me squeeze it in properly. Let me not speed by it. So when she meets this man, it's sort of like she sees and feels some form of attraction, but she does not understand it. Why? Hmm, I won't give it away just yet. But this is a woman who was basically a nun because they experienced one man in their life, myself included. So they did get married and move to the city, and now the reality of like some form of Satan energy, someone coming in as a test, as a vessel to test this feminine energy, if to test their commitment to the masculine. Because how this happened was they were placed in a place to have to please this masculine, but in the business side. But then they were influenced by Kim Kardashian in the movie, who was her stylist, who became that, who told her, yo, get your style together. Now you're in the business world, you gotta, this is, putting her on to supposed game on how to up her rank of being as a feminine. Because mind you, she didn't know much, truly, because she had lived a different life. It's not like the masculine she was dealing with was like, I feel like this in the movie, this masculine also, they were both clueless. It's not like someone knew more than the other and they were just evolving together, or they both had some form of knowing or background that equipped them to take on it and not be phased by whatever temptation. I feel like that's where it came to. Beloved, I don't know here. I don't know if you see what's going on. You are destined for someone else. I feel like either the narrative is, if they are in your life or not yet, you are destined to be with someone else, not this person in this message. So God is trialing you. Ooh, I just saved you, didn't I? So okay, no more movie. Go and watch that movie. And you can come back to me with a level of understanding, because explaining it would do it no justice. I feel like you need to watch what happens. It would be a long message not just because of time, but because of my spiritual stamina. I feel like this gentleman's energy, because it resonates to me, I have to close it because it could get physical, because the spirit is in my home. I'm just doing my job. So I want to close this off and conclude it by saying, I hope you enjoyed this reading. We will proceed the next day, okay, that you see me. We'll see what comes out then, what God needs for you to know. But He says, that's enough. I release your spirits and this gentleman's, but it's here regardless, but we're just going to say that for the sake of the message. Bye.